The photography world is on the brink of a major shift as 2025 promises a wave of groundbreaking camera releases from industry giants Canon, Nikon, and Sony. With mirrorless systems evolving faster than ever, the next-gen models aren't just incremental upgrades, they're shaping up to be major game changers. From the highly anticipated Canon EOS R6 Mark III to Nikon's potential Z8 II, the rumor mill is alive with detailed leaks, feature predictions, and production hints. In this article, we break down 5 of the most anticipated models and what they could mean for enthusiasts and professionals alike. Canon EOS R6 Mark III. Canon seems to be on a relentless march in 2025, and one of the most exciting entries in its upcoming lineup is the Canon EOS R6 Mark III. Building on the immense success of the R6 and R6 Mark II, this third-generation hybrid camera is rumored to introduce significant leaps in both imaging and video performance. As Canon continues to refine its full-frame mirrorless offerings, the R6 III is shaping up to be a true flagship for hybrid shooters who demand both speed and versatility. According to credible sources from within the industry, the R6 Mark III is expected to retain the same form factor as its predecessor, keeping the camera compact, ergonomic, and ideal for handheld use. However, under the hood, the upgrades are rumored to be substantial. For starters, it might feature a brand new 30-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. This would mark a considerable step up from the 24.2MP sensor in the R6 II, potentially offering improved dynamic range, low light capability, and more room for cropping in post-production. On the video side, the R6 III is rumored to push boundaries even further. While the R6 Mark II already supports 4K 60p oversampled from 6K and 180 FPS in Full HD, insiders suggest the R6 III could unlock full-frame 6K 60p internal recording and even offer Canon Log 3 with 12-bit RAW output via HDMI. These features would place the camera squarely in competition with cinema-focused hybrids like the Sony FX3 and Panasonic S5 IIX. Another major improvement might come in the form of heat management. One of the criticisms of the original R6 was overheating during extended video recording. While Canon addressed this in the Mark II, the Mark III is said to feature a newly designed internal heat dissipation system, allowing for unlimited recording in most modes, even under warm conditions. For YouTubers, documentary filmmakers, and vloggers, this would be a huge quality of life upgrade. Autofocus is another area where Canon appears poised to push the envelope. The dual-pixel CMOS AF2 system is already industry-leading, but rumors suggest the R6 III will adopt AI-based subject recognition capabilities currently seen in the EOS R3. This would mean better tracking for fast-moving subjects, improved face and eye detection for animals, and real-time recognition of vehicles, planes, and even insects. Whether you're shooting sports, wildlife, or events, the autofocus system in the R6 III could become one of the best in the business. Another hotly discussed feature is the in-body image stabilization IBIS. The R6 Mark II already offers up to 8 stops of stabilization, but whispers in the rumor community suggest the R6 III could introduce intelligent, adaptive IBIS. This system would learn from your shooting style and optimize stabilization based on movement prediction, a level of computational photography that could change the game for handheld shooters. The electronic viewfinder EVF may also see a bump in resolution. Currently, the R6 Mark II uses a 3.69mm EVF, but the Mark III could adopt a 5.76mm OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate for a smoother, more lifelike experience. Paired with a fully articulating LCD screen that's potentially brighter and more color accurate, this could elevate usability in both still and video workflows. One feature that has many photographers and videographers especially excited is the potential dual CF Express Type B and SD-UHS-2 card slots. This hybrid approach allows for high-speed data writing while still supporting more affordable SD cards. Canon might also introduce more advanced internal recording options like All-I and IPB light in higher bitrates, helping users balance quality and file size more efficiently. Connectivity is expected to get a modern overhaul as well. Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 could offer more stable, faster wireless transfers and tethering. Canon's Camera Connect app is reportedly getting revamped to support direct cloud uploads, firmware updates, and remote camera control with significantly less latency. USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 with PD charging is also expected, offering faster file transfers and in-camera charging for mobile creators. Canon has traditionally placed weather sealing at the core of its higher-end cameras, and the R6 III looks to be no exception. Rumors point to enhanced magnesium alloy construction with better sealed doors and ports to withstand rain, dust, and extreme temperatures. Adventure and travel photographers who often face unpredictable conditions will likely appreciate these refinements. Pricing is a topic of considerable speculation. The R6 Mark II launched at around $2,500 body only, and if Canon packs in all these rumored upgrades, the R6 III could edge closer to the $2,999 mark. However, Canon may choose to keep it competitive to counter the aggressive pricing strategies of Sony and Nikon. Either way, if the features materialize as expected, it will likely offer strong value for hybrid content creators who need performance without going into EOS R5 or R3 territory. As for the release window, several supply chain leaks and retailer inventory placeholders hint at a Q4 2025 launch. Canon tends to announce major models ahead of the holiday season, so a late October or early November announcement followed by a December shipping date seems likely. Development announcements or teasers may begin as early as Photokina 2025 or IBC Amsterdam. All signs point to the Canon EOS R6 Mark III being a seriously capable hybrid mirrorless camera that caters to both photo and video professionals. It promises to bring performance once reserved for flagship models down to a more accessible tier. Whether you're upgrading from the original R6 or jumping in from another system, the Mark III could be the sweet spot for creative versatility, professional-grade features, and next-gen autofocus technology. The Nikon Z7 III is quickly becoming one of the most eagerly anticipated full-frame mirrorless cameras of 2025. As the successor to the Z7 II, which was launched back in 2020, the Z7 III has a lot of expectations riding on its shoulders, particularly when it comes to sensor innovation, autofocus speed, and video versatility. Over the last couple of years, Nikon has been making strong moves in the mirrorless market, and with the Z9 and Z8 making headlines, the Z7 III is now rumored to serve as the brand's high-resolution, prosumer-friendly workhorse. Rumors surrounding the Z7 III suggest that Nikon may introduce a brand new 61-megapixel full-frame sensor, likely a BSI backside illuminated CMOS chip. This would mark a dramatic increase in resolution from the 45.7 MP sensor used in both the Z7 and Z7 II. While Nikon has always focused on balancing dynamic range and resolution, this new sensor is said to rival Sony's A7V and even surpass Canon's high-resolution offerings in certain conditions. More megapixels mean more detail, of course, but Nikon is also expected to optimize noise control and dynamic range to ensure it performs well even at higher ISO levels. One of the biggest upgrades could be the integration of a partially stacked sensor architecture or at least a faster readout pipeline. This would help address one of the few criticisms of the Z7 II: rolling shutter during fast motion or panning. The new sensor technology, if implemented, would allow for faster burst rates, reportedly up to 10 or even 12 FPS in full resolution RAW. For landscape photographers, portrait artists, and studio shooters, this would offer the perfect combination of image detail and shooting agility. On the autofocus front, Nikon is rumored to bring over some of the intelligent AF algorithms from the Z9 and Z8, including improved subject recognition and tracking. The Z7 III could feature a revised version of Nikon's 3D tracking system and real-time subject detection powered by deep learning. This would significantly boost performance in areas like wildlife photography, where Nikon's latest advancements have proven incredibly effective. It's also likely that the camera will offer advanced face and eye detection for both humans and animals, even in challenging lighting. Video capabilities are another area where the Z7 III is expected to make a strong statement. While the Z7 II could record 4K 30p and 4K 60p with a crop, the Z7 III might step up to 6K internal video recording, possibly with 10-bit N-Log, or even PRAW's raw output via HDMI. Some sources even claim that internal 10-bit 4:2 recording at 4K 60p without a crop could be available, finally bringing Nikon's high-resolution line into serious hybrid territory. It may not be positioned as a cinema camera like the Z8 or Z9, but the Z7 III is expected to be far more capable for filmmakers and content creators than its predecessor. The body design of the Z7 III is likely to stay consistent with Nikon's existing Z-mount ergonomics, but there are hints of a slightly redesigned grip and button layout to improve handling. A higher resolution EVF, possibly around 5.76 m, is strongly expected, along with a fully articulating LCD touchscreen, a departure from the tilt-only display found in the Z7 II. This change would reflect Nikon's increasing emphasis on hybrid use cases, making the camera more appealing to vloggers, solo filmmakers, and multi-angle shooters. Another exciting possibility is a more refined in-body image stabilization IBIS system. Nikon may upgrade its current 5-axis IBIS to a more intelligent version, perhaps improving stabilization to 7 or even 8 stops. Combined with the higher resolution sensor and better processing power, this could make handheld high-res shooting a reality, even in low light. This is particularly relevant for travel photographers and documentary shooters who rely on minimal gear. When it comes to connectivity, Nikon is expected to future-proof the Z7 III with Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, and a USB-C port supporting PD fast charging and 10 Gbps transfer speeds. There's also chatter about the inclusion of dual CFexPros Type B card slots, or at the very least, one CFexPros and one UHS-2 SD slot. This would ensure the camera can handle high data rates for both video and high-res image bursts without buffering issues. Battery life may see an incremental improvement with the continued use of Nikon's NEL15 series batteries. That said, internal power optimization, thanks to a new X-Speed processor rumored to be introduced with this model, should deliver better performance per charge. Users may also benefit from faster startup times and more responsive menu systems. Weather sealing and overall build quality will likely remain robust, with a magnesium alloy chassis and high-level sealing around buttons, dials, and ports. This is a camera that's expected to thrive in demanding outdoor environments. Whether you're shooting in snowy mountains or humid rainforests, the Z7 III should hold up well. As for the price, early estimates suggest a retail tag around $3,500 body only. This aligns with its placement between the Z6 III and the higher-end Z8. Given the rumored specs, this pricing seems plausible and competitive, especially for photographers who want the best image quality without jumping into the flagship tier. Release timeline predictions point to a Q3 or Q4 2025 debut. Nikon often aligns major announcements with global trade shows like CP Plus or Photokina, and with growing chatter among retailers and supply chain insiders, a late summer or early fall launch looks promising. In conclusion, the Nikon Z7 III appears to be shaping up as a high-resolution powerhouse that retains Nikon's image quality DNA while making big strides in speed, autofocus intelligence, and video capability. If these rumors hold true, it could be one of the most balanced and versatile cameras in Nikon's mirrorless lineup, perfect for creators who demand detail, dynamic range, and performance in one elegant package. Among the most closely watched rumors for 2025 is Sony's next major entry in its Alpha 7 series, the Sony A7V. Following in the footsteps of the A7 IV, which itself was a massive leap over the A7 III, the A7V is expected to refine the hybrid camera formula even further, delivering flagship-grade performance in a more affordable, compact package. Sony has consistently pushed the boundaries of what mirrorless systems can do, and the A7V looks set to continue this trend with a host of improvements aimed at creators who need both top-tier video and stills. At the core of the A7V is a rumored newly developed 33-megapixel BSI CMOS sensor, which maintains the resolution of the A7 IV, but is built for better readout speeds and improved dynamic range. While the resolution doesn't leap forward numerically, sources suggest that image quality will take a notable step forward through sensor architecture optimization. Faster data processing, reduced rolling shutter, and enhanced low-light capability are all expected. The goal with the A7V isn't necessarily more megapixels, it's better performance across the board. What's generating even more excitement, though, is the potential introduction of Sony's advanced AI processing unit, previously seen in higher-end models like the A7RV and A6700. This AI engine dramatically enhances subject recognition and tracking capabilities. It enables the camera to identify not only humans and animals, but also birds, insects, cars, trains, and aircraft with exceptional precision. In practical terms, this means that even with erratic movement or low-contrast subjects, the A7V will maintain accurate, sticky autofocus. Video features are also expected to take a giant leap. Leaks and industry sources suggest the A7V will be capable of 4K 120p recording with 10-bit 4:2 internal capture and all-eye compression. This would eliminate the need for expensive external recorders for most creators. It's also said that the 4K will be oversampled from 7K, providing even sharper, artifact-free footage. S-Log3, S-Cinetone, and potentially even HLG will be on board for professional-level color grading and HDR workflows. If these rumors hold, the A7V could become the go-to camera for indie filmmakers and YouTubers alike. Thermal management is one area where Sony has been quietly innovating, and the A7V is expected to include an upgraded internal heat sink design, similar to what's found in the FX30 and A7S III. This would allow for extended recording times in high-resolution formats without the worry of overheating, a critical factor for long interviews, events, or live streaming scenarios. In body image stabilization, IBIS is another highlight. While the A7 IV offered up to 5.5 stops of stabilization, the A7V is rumored to push this to 7 stops, thanks to a revised mechanical assembly and digital integration from the AI processor. This would make handheld shooting smoother than ever, especially at longer focal lengths or in low-light environments. Sony's EVFs have traditionally lagged slightly behind competitors like Canon and Nikon in resolution, but that's expected to change with the A7V. Reports point to a 5.76-inch OLED electronic viewfinder with a 120Hz refresh rate and better color accuracy, providing a much more immersive shooting experience. The rear LCD screen may also receive a size increase and brightness boost, while retaining its vari-angle articulation, catering to both vloggers and studio photographers. Storage is likely to be dual format once again, with one CFexpress Type A slot and one SDUHS2 slot. While some users have criticized the use of CFexpress Type A over the faster Type B format, Sony appears committed to this standard for consistency across its alpha lineup. Still, write speeds and buffer clearing times are expected to improve, which will benefit burst shooters and filmmakers alike. Connectivity will be state-of-the-art. Rumors point to Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3, and USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 with support for 10 Gbps transfer speeds and USB power delivery. Sony's Creators app is also expected to receive an update in time for the A7V's launch, allowing for seamless wireless tethering, cloud syncing, and mobile control. Additionally, some reports suggest Sony may introduce a new protocol for live streaming directly from the camera to popular platforms, complete with support for OBS integration. Battery life should remain strong, leveraging Sony's NPFC 100 battery. Optimized processing and thermal efficiency may further extend real-world performance. You can expect more than 600 shots per charge when using the EVF, and significantly more when using the LCD. USB-C charging and power pass-through during recording will also be available for uninterrupted shoots. Durability is another focus. The A7V is expected to offer enhanced weather sealing with reinforced gaskets around the memory card door, battery compartment, and I/O ports. The magnesium alloy chassis will likely stay the same, but benefit from structural refinements to reduce weight slightly and improve heat dissipation. A redesigned shutter mechanism is also rumored, aiming for higher reliability and reduced vibration, potentially increasing the camera's rated shutter life. As for ergonomics, the A7V could receive subtle but meaningful changes to the grip, dials, and custom function buttons. Users have long praised Sony's ability to pack pro-level features into a relatively compact body, and the A7V is expected to refine this formula rather than radically change it. Expect a similar size to the A7 IV, with refinements that make it more comfortable for prolonged use. Sony may also lean into software-based features more heavily with the A7V. Rumors indicate that Sony is exploring cloud-based AI editing features, such as subject-based tagging, auto-editing for social clips, and one-click loot application using their mobile app. While these may not be core functions for professionals, they could appeal to a new generation of creators who need fast turnaround without diving into desktop workflows. In terms of pricing, the A7 IV debuted at $2,499 US, and the A7V is expected to land around $2,699 to $2,799. Given the rumored additions, especially in the video and AF departments, this price would still represent a strong value proposition. Sony may also bundle new lens kits, especially with updated G-series zooms or primes optimized for hybrid use. The A7V is rumored to debut in late Q3 or early Q4 2025, with production units hitting shelves before the holiday season. A September announcement during IBC or a Sony-hosted launch event is highly likely. Given Sony's strong distribution network and manufacturing capacity, widespread availability should follow quickly. In summary, the Sony A7V appears to be an evolution rather than a revolution, but a highly refined and potent one. It addresses user feedback from the A7 IV while integrating some of Sony's most advanced technologies from its higher-tier bodies. Whether you're a photographer seeking a capable all-rounder or a filmmaker needing strong 4K 120 performance in a compact body, the A7V is shaping up to be one of 2025's most compelling mirrorless releases. The Canon EOS R7 Mark II is poised to be one of the most exciting APS-C mirrorless cameras of 2025. As the successor to the popular EOS R7, the Mark II is rumored to retain the core identity of a high-speed, high-resolution crop sensor powerhouse, but with significant refinements across the board. Aimed squarely at wildlife photographers, sports shooters, and hybrid content creators who crave speed and portability, the R7 II could dramatically raise the bar for APS-C performance. At the heart of the R7 Mark II will likely be a new APS-C sensor, rumored to be in the 32 to 35 megapixel range. This would be a notable upgrade over the 32.5 MP sensor in the original R7, potentially featuring a backside illuminated BSI or even a stacked design. APS-C layout would improve light gathering capabilities, enhancing low light performance, while a stacked architecture would bring faster readout speeds, critical for burst shooting and minimizing rolling shutter in video. Canon may also pair this sensor with a next-gen Digic X Plus processor, improving image processing speed and energy efficiency. The original EOS R7 was already praised for its fast continuous shooting, capable of 15 FPS with the mechanical shutter and up to 30 FPS with the electronic shutter. The R7 Mark II is rumored to push those numbers further, possibly hitting 20 FPS mechanical and 40 FPS electronic. Such blistering speed would place it in league with cameras like the OM1 Mark II and even some full-frame models, making it ideal for fast-paced actions such as motorsports, birds in flight, and wildlife in motion. Autofocus is another area where big changes are expected. Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF2 was already a standout in the original R7, and the Mark II is said to integrate AI-driven subject detection inherited from the EOS R3 and R6 Mark III. This would enable advanced recognition of animals, vehicles, and even insects, important for the target audience of nature photographers. The AF tracking is also expected to be more reliable during high-speed bursts, and improved eye detection for both humans and animals will make it even more effective in dynamic scenarios. On the video front, the R7 Mark II is expected to become a much stronger hybrid option. Leaks suggest it could offer full-width 6K oversampling down to 4K 60p with no crop and improved thermal performance. It may also support 10-bit 4:2 internal recording with C-Log3, making it ideal for color grading in post-production. Slow motion capabilities could see 1080p at 240 FPS, perfect for dramatic high-speed capture in sports or creative shooting. Canon may also allow internal RAW video, or at least 12-bit RAW output over HDMI, pushing it closer to pro-level specs. One of the criticisms of the first R7 was its heat management during long video sessions. To address this, Canon is rumored to implement better thermal regulation, possibly via a redesigned chassis and passive cooling enhancements. This would allow for extended recording times without interruption, a crucial factor for documentary shooters and vloggers. In-body image stabilization IBIS will likely receive a boost. The R7's current IBIS system is rated up to 7 stops, but the Mark II could hit 8 stops through tighter integration with stabilized RF lenses and improved sensor shift algorithms. Canon may also introduce a coordinated stabilization mode specifically designed for handheld video, further reducing the need for a gimbal in certain situations. Another area where the R7 Mark II is expected to improve is build quality and ergonomics. The first R7 was already praised for its weather sealing and grip design, but Canon may enhance the tactile feel of buttons and dials. A deeper grip, anti-slip material upgrades, and a better joystick/touchpad response are all on the table. Expect similar magnesium alloy construction with robust sealing against dust and moisture. The EVF is also due for a refresh. While the R7 uses a 2.36 OLED EVF, the Mark II may jump to a 3.69 or even a 5.76 panel, offering a clearer, more immersive experience. A faster refresh rate, 120 Hz, and better color accuracy would help during both still and video capture, especially when tracking fast-moving subjects. The LCD screen is expected to remain fully articulating, but with a possible boost in brightness and touch responsiveness. Storage options could also see an upgrade. While the original R7 featured dual SD-UHS-2 slots, the Mark II may adopt at least one CFexPros Type A or Type B slot for faster write speeds, particularly needed for high-res bursts and raw video. Retaining one SD slot would keep the camera accessible to enthusiasts who don't need top-tier storage speeds all the time. Wireless capabilities are likely to include Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, ensuring more stable connections for tethering and cloud uploads. Canon's Camera Connect app is also rumored to receive a significant update, allowing more seamless remote operation and automated backup. USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 support would allow for faster tethered transfers and even direct to SSD recording for long-form content capture. Battery life is another area where improvements are expected. The LPE6H battery will likely remain the power source, but power management enhancements through the Digic X Plus processor could yield longer shooting times. For professionals, a new optional battery grip might be introduced, offering extended runtime and dual battery support for all-day shoots. Pricing for the R7 Mark II is rumored to land between $1,799 and $1,999 body only. That would keep it within reach of enthusiast and semi-pro shooters while reflecting the feature upgrades. It's still far more affordable than Canon's full-frame mirrorless options, making it a compelling value for those who don't need full-frame but still want professional tools. The launch timeline is speculated to be late Q3 2025, with a formal announcement potentially during Canon's late summer reveal cycle or a pre-Photokina press event. Given the supply chain chatter and internal Canon dealer briefings, a September announcement followed by October availability appears realistic. Ultimately, the Canon EOS R7 Mark II is shaping up to be one of the best APS-C mirrorless cameras the industry has ever seen. If these rumors prove true, Canon will be offering a camera that combines flagship-level autofocus, cutting-edge video features, and exceptional speed in a compact, rugged package. For wildlife photographers, sports shooters, and hybrid creators, the R7 Mark II may become the new gold standard for crop sensor excellence. Riding high off the momentum of the original Z8, Nikon is rumored to be deep into development for its successor, the Nikon Z8 II. This second-generation powerhouse is shaping up to refine what many already considered one of Nikon's most successful full-frame mirrorless cameras. Based on growing whispers across forums, insider leaks, and Nikon's own product cycle patterns, the Z8 II isn't aiming to reinvent the wheel, but rather to perfect it. The upcoming model is expected to offer improvements in resolution, processing speed, thermal management, video performance, and autofocus. In many ways, the Z8 II is Nikon's chance to polish a near-perfect gem into something that can truly rival flagship cameras from Sony and Canon. Starting with the heart of the camera, the sensor, there's growing belief that Nikon may push beyond the Z8's 45.7MP stacked CMOS sensor. While a full leap to something like 60MP seems unlikely given Nikon's balancing act between resolution and speed, we might see incremental gains in dynamic range, color science, and rolling shutter performance. However, some insiders suggest the real change won't be in pixel count, but rather in the processing pipeline. The Z8 II is expected to debut with a brand new X-Speed processor or a heavily refined version of the current dual X-Speed 7 setup, leading to lower latency, faster buffer clearing, and even more advanced image pipeline control. These enhancements could result in higher burst rates, smoother EVF feedback, and reduced blackouts during high-speed shooting. Video capabilities are also high on the upgrade list. The original Z8 already impressed with its internal 12-bit 8.3K in RAW and PRAW's RAW capabilities, but overheating was a sore spot, particularly for long-form shooters. The Z8 II is expected to come with an upgraded cooling system, possibly active or hybrid passive cooling, allowing for extended recording times even at high resolutions. Many anticipate support for 8K 60 in NRAW, along with full-frame 4K 120 using line skipping or pixel binning methods. There's also chatter about the Z8 II adopting Nikon's own take on open gate or full sensor readout for anamorphic and cinematic workflows, making it an even more compelling tool for filmmakers. In the autofocus department, the Z8 II is likely to benefit from AI-powered subject tracking enhancements, building on the already strong performance of the Z8. Nikon is investing heavily in deep learning algorithms and neural network training, and early patents indicate that the Z8 II might introduce new subject categories like insects or amphibians, better eye detection even at long distances, and vastly improved object tracking in unpredictable environments, useful for wildlife and sports photographers alike. There are also rumors of a next-gen 3D tracking system that leverages scene recognition data for more intelligent target acquisition. Ergonomics may also see refinement. While the Z8 was designed to be a mini Z9 with excellent balance and rugged build, the Z8 II might focus on heat dissipation, grip texture, and button customization. A refined button layout, improved AF on responsiveness, and perhaps a slightly deeper grip could be in the cards. Some users have also called for a top-plate LCD screen, similar to the Z9, for better glanceable control in professional settings. Whether this makes it into the Z8 II is still unclear. Another area that could see improvement is the electronic viewfinder EVF. Although the Z8's 3.69mm EVF was serviceable, many pros felt it lagged behind competitors like Sony's 9.44mm panel. The Z8 II is expected to adopt a higher resolution OLED EVF with at least 5.76mm or 9.44mm dots, along with a faster refresh rate and better color accuracy. The rear LCD may also get an upgrade, possibly a 4-axis tilt screen to better accommodate both video shooters and still photographers. Battery performance, while decent in the Z8, may also be refined. With a more efficient processor and potential changes in power management, the Z8 II could offer slightly improved battery life, despite packing in more powerful internals. There's talk of optional battery grips becoming more functional, perhaps supporting fast charging, power delivery over USB-C, and additional customizable controls. When it comes to connectivity, the Z8 II will likely continue with dual CFexpress Type B and SD card support, but may include faster wireless transfer rates via Wi-Fi 6E or even 5G tethering through smartphones. Nikon might also deepen integration with its NX Tether software and SnapBridge ecosystem to offer faster workflows for pros in studio or field environments. As for release timing, late 2025 is the most widely expected window, possibly aligned with a major international photo or video trade show. Nikon is known to time such launches strategically to maximize visibility. Pricing is expected to be slightly higher than the Z8's launch price, possibly creeping into the $4,300 $4,500 range, though Nikon will likely attempt to keep it competitive against Sony's A9 III and Canon's expected R1 Mark II. Ultimately, the Nikon Z8 II is shaping up to be a refinement-focused release, less about shock value and more about targeted upgrades to meet professional demands. It's Nikon's way of saying, "We heard you, and we're making it even better." With upgraded thermal management, deeper AI integration, better video handling, and an even faster shooting pipeline, the Z8 II could be one of the most balanced full-frame mirrorless cameras of 2025. As 2025 unfolds, it's clear the camera industry is entering a pivotal era. Canon is doubling down on both its full-frame and APS-C mirrorless lines. Nikon is gearing up for a wave of innovation across professional and prosumer tees, and Sony continues to push the boundaries of hybrid performance and sensor technology. These 5 rumored models are more than just upgrades, they represent the evolving demands of a rapidly diversifying market. Whether you're a filmmaker, sports photographer, or casual content creator, 2025 might just be the best year yet to upgrade your gear. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into each camera rumor.